Let's talk about the impressive turnaround of the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I'm not going to call this team a championship contender. I'm not going to guarantee they can make the playoffs, even though they are one game behind the Atlanta Hawks for the 10th seed. And in the past 16 games, they're 11-5 in that stretch. They have wins against the Thunder, against the Lakers, against the Nuggets, and against the Spurs. And when you look at this team, you're wondering, how are they playing really good basketball? Well, look at this stat. The lineup of LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Diabate, Con Knippel, and Brandon Miller are 11-1 when they start together. That's a nice little sample size. And they're a young basketball team. Con Knippel is looking like a legit star in the making. He can shoot the lights out of the ball. Brandon Miller, in the month of January, is averaging 22 points. He's shooting 43% from three and 47% from the field. He's playing great basketball. LaMelo Ball, I know his shooting from the field is not that good, 40%, but he's 37% from three, and he's playing winning basketball. His turnovers this month is at 2.4. They just beat the Pelicans today. I know it's the Pelicans, but at the same time, they were down 15 at halftime, and they came back and won that game. The old Hornets teams don't come back. They look legit, in my opinion. You look at Brandon Miller, his stats right here. It's been phenomenal stuff. 26, 28, 23, 24. You see Brandon Miller putting together a string of consistent games. Now, I understand he didn't shoot well today. 33% from the field, 16% from three. He'll get better. He's only, 23 years old? You're not going to be perfect as a ball player, but he's stringing together a consistent amount of games. And all you want from the Hornets right now is to play good basketball. You don't care about winning a championship right now. You want to have some good vibes going on. And when you've won 7 straight games, you look like a team we need to pay attention to. Now, I get it. They still have to prove themselves. But at the same time, 23-28, your young basketball team, Con Knippel has been really good for this basketball team. And he's shooting right now from three, 42.7% on 7.7 attempts a night. He's shooting almost 49% from the field, and he's only a rookie. So now you have 3 legit shooters on this team. And then you have Diabate, who looks like a really good rim protector, somebody who can help at the center position. I think the Hornets are only going to get better from here. You have Charles Lee, who was the assistant in Boston, and he helped the Celtics win their NBA championship in 2024. Overall, this is good for the Hornets going forward. No matter what happens the rest of this regular season, you want to take a sample size and build off of it. And if they make the play-in, or heck, if they can make a push to the 6th seed, you never know what can happen. I'm not saying they're going to make the NBA Finals. Remember the Boston Celtics back in 2022? They were 18-21, and they went on a tear after that. They made a run to the NBA Finals. Albeit, I know these are 2 different situations, but I could see the Hornets continuing to ascend in the Eastern Conference, maybe push for a spot in the 6th seed. Right now, I want to see the standings. I know they're a game behind Atlanta, but between them and Philly, they're 4.5 games out of the 6th seed. That's how good they're playing. And I'm not going to sleep on a team that's ascending. I don't really try to overreact when it comes to good basketball being played in like the early stages of the season. But when I see the chapter start to change in like the month of early February or late January, and there's a team playing really well, I'm going to pay attention and call it out and say, this is good basketball. Now, I do need to watch more Charlotte Hornet games. I remember watching a game, I think it was against the Raptors. It was a rough ending from them, but it seems like they're learning to play winning basketball, and they're building good habits out there. So for me, coming back against the Pelicans today, you could say, oh, it's the Pelicans. You still came back down double digits, and you're a young basketball team. If I'm Charlotte, build around Knippel, build around LaMelo Ball, and build around Brandon Miller. If Brandon Miller, one of the things that I've heard about him is that he's not really good in the short range and mid-range area. He can get better there, but he's an excellent knockdown 3-point shooter. He can knock down at a consistent rate. Knippel is just phenomenal out there for them. And they look like a well-oiled machine right now. As long as they continue down this right path and keep winning games and stacking up wins, Hornets could be a nice little team come playoff time. A lot of fun to watch. And I always love to see young teams figure it out because you see the potential. Just like when they drafted Brandon Miller a couple years ago, I'm like, okay, you got LaMelo Ball, got Brandon Miller, and now you drafted Con Canepo. Nobody expected this from him. So overall, man, the Hornets fans, you guys should be excited for this team and the way you're playing basketball. Sure, you got a lot to prove, but it's good to see them looking solid and they're beating really good teams. You can't ignore that. Like you beat the Spurs, you go out and beat the Nuggets, albeit it's without Jokic. Who cares? You still won. You blew up the 76ers. You went to LA and handled them. They're building momentum, and they got the right coach, in my opinion. So, with all that being said, I just love the way they're playing. I wanted to shout them out, and I'm definitely going to tune into more Hornets games because you just got to pay attention to what they're doing. Hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts and reactions to the play of the Charlotte Hornets. What do you think about Charlotte, and what are your expectations going forward for Charlotte fans out there? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.